Whoever this karmic feminine is, y'all, we can hear their thoughts. Their consciousness is unconsciously being broadcasted by way of some type of weird projection. I heard as I was channeling this energy, why does she always get the good guys? So, whoever this person is, I feel like this could be a familiar family person in your old family unit, somebody that you've satisfied a karmic debt with. The case has been closed, it's been dead, it's done, right? But this person can't let go of the outcome. Somebody's waiting for an outcome that will never come, okay? Whatever it is, the time has passed. And somebody's like, why do you always get to have the good things? Why do you always, like, this is their constant inner dialogue, constantly. And their mind is being broadcasted by way of a projection, okay? This could be like a sister or a cousin or auntie. It's a fragmented feminine that has watched you grow over time. It's given somebody that could have been close to you, okay, in close proximity of your progress. I just heard the Holy Spirit say this person is two loose screws, shy of having their DNA upgraded. Confirmation. Listen, welcome to Spiritual Court TV. Without further ado, if you're new, hopefully you'll stand up and sit down and get this spiritual work. You're Unbothered Collective. If you're returning back, you already knew that. You're getting discerning nudges, intuitively being guided to continue being disconnected from this weird ass competition. Somebody wants to compete where they can't compare. Manifestations and unbothered. How do you do that? That's what somebody wants to know. How do you do that there? Okay. This person feels as though you get all the good stuff. You always get the good guy. You get the good jobs. You get the good, good, good. You're just a goody two shoes. Okay. False, truth, lies. Somebody's lost in between the lies that they've told, something that's documented. Okay. Somebody could be getting reminders of what it is that they said about you. Passing judgment, I just heard, based on false illusions, a false narrative, and something about you getting a good guy. Why do you always get the good guy? I can't make it up. Let's see. Holy Spirit, please put my angels on the case. Anybody that is projecting towards me or trying to block and stop what it is that I have to see and say as guided by the divine, well, just make sure that you keep them on their timeline, wherever that is. And somebody is really mad. Why do you always get to be happy? Like, what? What kind of questions are these? In the pursuit of what? In the pursuit of happiness, somebody wants to know why you always get to be happy. Why do you always have a happily ever after? And even beyond that, why do you get to have a beautiful family? Somebody's in the Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, the lovers, and you got a nice guy. You always get the good guys. Now, this is not just financially wealthy, although somebody could be financially well off. This is wealthy in spirit, y'all, okay? This is a high quality type of guy. He's a classic man. I can't make it up. Divination. Shout out to the Divination Nation, the people that divine properly in alignment with the divine. Okay, whoever this person is, why do you always get that? So they're lustful. They're lusting after your happiness, your joy, etc. Why do you always get the good guy? Something about you moving along and things are looking really good. Something about intuitively being guided towards something that's good for you. That's always good to listen to your intuition if it's going to put you in a good position, in alignment to get good things. Don't you want to get good things? Don't you want to be happy? You're in the pursuit of happiness, and somebody's saying, why do you always get to be happy? Why do you always get to be the rising star? What a brat, man. Somebody's throwing a tantrum and nobody's listening. Clarify what's going on, Spirit. Why do you always get to be happy? Why do you always feel like you're unbothered? Why is it that you get to have this peace? Okay. This is a classic case of a narcissist, a manipulator who is not able to manipulate a damn thing. Manipulate, manipulate what? Okay, where, why, and when. This manipulation has nowhere to go. It has no destination, okay? Something about a community, somebody was trying to manipulate a whole bunch of people to see that you weren't the one that deserved to be happy. You're the rising star. And why do you always get to get the nice guys? That's what I just heard. Clarify this, little brat. What do you got going on, little brat? Well, this person's really busy putting a veil over people's eyes that are willing to allow her to do this. And unfortunately, I don't think it's really going anywhere. Okay, clarify. Why do you always get to be so unhappy? Something about destruction being in the reverse. So something's backfiring on this person. Yeah, you're in your north node. So why are you unbothered and untouched and not unhinged? Well, because you're in your north node. North node is beautiful, y'all. It's so amazing. When you aspire to just pursue your happiness, your passions, your joy, and you know that you're going the right way, even when sometimes you can't see it right away, eventually it unfolds very beautifully. And now somebody's concerned about why you get to be happy. I feel like they tried to do something to stop you from being seen in this divine feminine energy. Very, very possible, but you are the divine feminine. Yeah, they did. They told a whole bunch of people a whole bunch of lies, trying to manipulate people to get them to see something. Whenever you have to put a veil over somebody's face with manipulation and you want people to be your puppet, you want to pull the strings, you want to decide the outcome, and now you're waiting with the energy of concern in a nail biting situation for something that'll never happen. Yeah, that could put you in somewhat of a pickle. Destruction has backfired. Spirit just says, serves this person right. Clarify, Holy Spirit, what's going on? Somebody tried to be right and they went wrong, trying to make themselves look like they were right, but everything they were doing was wrong. Why do you get to be a boss? Why do you get to be a business owner? This person asks themselves questions like this on a daily because what they try to do by way of manipulation is predicated on how you show up. It's very, very insidious and it's unfortunate and very insecure. How you show up has a lot to do with the conversations that this person goes off towards people to try to manipulate. But the people that they're trying to manipulate or that they've successfully manipulated, you're not connected to these people. So we really don't give a damn. Translation, break that down in layman's terms, we don't give a damn. Clarify what's going on, Spirit. Why do you get to be happy? Why do you get to be in love? Why do you get the family? Why do you get this? Well, I smelt that this was a Jezebel. This person smells like a Jezebel. A Jezebel has a funky stench because after you submerge yourself in anger and competition and jealousy and envy, it changes your biology. Remember, we said at the beginning of the reading that this person was two loose screws, shy of DNA by way of alchemy, by way of a centrifuge. You can't alchemize this out. I just heard oil and water will never mix. Okay, so something's been separated. Something's overly diluted with illusions and manipulations of destruction. And this person has found themselves a nice, comfy spot. Maybe they're not comfortable. Okay. I said that facetiously. They got a spot in spiritual jail. The Jezebel's in jail, spiritual jail. The Jezebel is in spiritual jail with the veil and lust and manipulation and destruction in the reverse because your work ethics is why you have a good life. Well, you're pursuing happiness in the pursuit of joy, in the pursuit of happiness. So even when things weren't good, you pursued happiness, and this is why you're happy. Things weren't good until you walked away and moved on. So you moved away from this energy. Okay, then you could really see and pursue. Yeah, oh, well. I don't know what to say. I would say rest in peace, but somebody wasn't living in peace. So how you gonna rest in peace? You're just living in chaos. So you resting in chaos, resting in purgatory. Not my words. That's what the universe is saying. Clarify this person. Why do you always get to be the good guy? Somebody wanted to bury your endeavors, bury your star, bury your who you are. Well, they did play in Death Magic. I don't know. It's pretty blatantly obvious. Okay. Somebody can't get enough of that funky ass, dirty ass, dark magic. Going to the graveyard. Clarify, Anubis, what happened in the graveyard? Please and thank you. Somebody was really like trying to stop what you got going on. I'm going to stop you. Why, why, why? Why do you get to be with a happy guy? Why do you get to be a happy lady? Why? These are questions that nobody can answer for this person. There are no answers that are sufficient. Nothing will suffice. Somebody is jealous of what it is that you do for work with occupation. Some of you could be married to a doctor, a boss energy, but you're coming out as a boss by yourself, divine feminine, so you can hold your own. Oh yeah, that really pissed somebody off. Why do you get to be the guy? Why do you get to be? And they hate your intuition because they know that you know exactly what's going on with them. They also know that you're aware, but you don't give a damn. You're not absorbing anybody's victim mentality, especially when they keep playing in death magic. I mean, don't nobody got time for that. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. What's the deal? What's the deal? Yeah, health concerns in the reverse and divinity in the reverse. Child, somebody is playing in something real dark. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. Somebody was playing something very, very dark. Divinity in the reverse. What nothing divine about it. Premature death. Somebody wants to put an end to something that hasn't ended for you. Instead, you're getting to new levels. Okay, opening up new doors, North Node energy, a divine feminine intuition. Look at you just out here looking good. Something about a mature man. Somebody could be a doctor, okay? Divine feminine, you could be marrying a doctor or a boss type, something like that. Why do you always get the good guys, divine feminine? You're coming up as a mature woman and a mature man. Somebody could be between the ages of 35 and 45, okay? Something like that. Yeah, somebody is very stable. It's two people that come in with their own self sufficient, independent, and they decide to put their coins together and live a good life. And somebody is like, really, really like, messed up about it. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. People are saying this person is mentally and emotionally unstable, somebody that needs to get some type of help. False narratives, because everything that they're saying and trying to manipulate around your life, they don't have access to. This person doesn't have any authority to put you in the grave, to unalive you, to destroy anything for you. So at some point, they have to wear that essence. Okay. They have to wear that energetic signature. You're in the North Node Collective. You're nowhere to be found. Okay. We're not answering any calls from people that are in spiritual jail from the North Node. That's not our responsibility. This is not a good time to play the victim. It's really not. Divinity in the reverse, okay? Somebody could have tried to take your divinity and disrupt your peace, throw off your chakras, and now they're all thrown off. Now they're all tossed topsy turvy here and there and everywhere, okay? I just heard ubiquitous. Why did I hear that word? Ubiquity? What does that mean? Ubiquitous. I heard it so clearly. Let's see, ubiquity. Why did I hear that? Somebody's all over the place, but in a negative way, and they feel like you're omnipresent. Why did I feel that? Let me see. Ubiquity, ubiquitous. I couldn't even get the word out. Huh. Ubiquity, existing or seeming to be everywhere at the same time. Oh, okay. It describes something that is constantly encountered, widespread, or ever present. Pronunciation, ubiquitous. Okay. Okay. So much for the enunciation. I butchered that word. I'm like, you, boo, 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 boo. Like I'm seeing and hearing the word in my mind's eye. Okay. So either way, it's ubiquitous. Okay. But somebody's negatively all over the place and they see you as somebody who is supernaturally ubiquitous, again, comparable to omnipresent, but divinity is in the reverse. Death magic. Yeah, somebody looking real crazy out here. And somebody's like, why do you always get to be single and sex? Like, bitch, you are too invested. Clarify, this could be a sister, a brother, a woman, somebody that was, I don't know. They're a different kind of breed. Something about their DNA not upgrading. Okay, so this is no longer somebody that you're responsible for on a blood contract. When I mean blood contract, I mean in the family unit. You know, you're born into certain bloodlines, and because you've ascended so high, you don't even resonate with this person's like bloodline or whatever they got going on. This is somebody that's angry because they can't convince people that you don't deserve to be happy. What's the conflict about? Flying monkeys in conflict. They're arguing with people that they sold a story to. So people are arguing with them. They're saying, you manipulated us. Clarify, the flying monkeys are in conflict. Somebody's saying, you manipulated us. This person, yeah, they're seeing this person as a karmic feminine. That's crazy. Clarify what's going on. The people that signed up for this gossip manipulation are arguing with the person that lured them into spiritual jail. So they're all in spiritual jail because they engaged in some type of BS. Guilty by association. Birds of a feather flock together. If you see one gossiping person and you're lending a funky ass ear, just know you all are going down. You might even be lucky enough to share the same jail cell in spiritual jail. Something about your come up. Why do you always get to make good money? This is what somebody is saying, child. too much comparison, but they're not pursuing anything. Their only pursuit is to prove that you don't deserve something, whereas you're pursuing the North Node, pursuing joy, protecting your peace, pursuing it, means that eventually you will learn how to tap into things that make you happy. And then you just become that beloved. You be loved. You're beloved by the universe. You're becoming what it is that you're pursuing, which is higher understanding. That's how you connect to your higher self. Why do you get to be your higher self? Well, little dirty dog ass person. Yeah, why do you get to be happy? You know what I'm saying? Why do you get to have children? It's crazy. Like, what the hell? Who is this karmic feminine Holy Spirit? Spirit said nobody. Nobody. Nobody, baby. And the band keeps playing on and on. Somebody is saying, why is it that things just keep flowing for you? And I've done everything in my power. Oh, ding dong, the witch is dead. The karmic little flying monkey is in conflict. And your manipulation flopped. You got a whole bunch of people mad at you, little karmic feminine. They like, why you lie to us? She also did love spells over these people. So she lied to them, did love spells. Jezebel tried to seduce them into gossip. They all end up in spiritual jail, and now the masks are off. And now she's sitting there looking crazy because everybody that was attached to her, the conversations, is looking crazy. Health concerns backfired. Somebody could have said something about your health. Why is health concerns? Why is health concerns divinity and chakra? Somebody said that you don't deserve something. Somebody's mad because you're healthy. Yeah, somebody's mad because you woke up. Lazarus, I just heard. Somebody's mad because you awakened. Oh man, all the endings backfired. So somebody didn't want you to be aware of this, okay? Somebody needed to prove that you didn't know what you were talking about. With awakening in the reverse, this person had everybody asleep under a love spell as a Jezebel who's gossiping and led everybody to spiritual jail. The death magic, off the rip, rest in purgatory ass energy, chakras in the reverse. Somebody couldn't disrupt your peace. Instead, they put themselves in more turmoil. What's manipulation and destruction, Holy Spirit? What happened there? Well, I don't know. It seems as though somebody's in a barren place. Somebody could be barren too, like not able to produce, lacking fertility. Whatever this gossip and energy is, y'all, it's affecting them metaphysically, okay? On a physical level. Whoa. Mentally and emotionally unstable. Somebody's literally driving themselves crazy trying to take you out. And they're obsessed with death magic. They just feel like at one of these times it's gonna work. You're gonna die, 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 you're not gonna die, collective. Well, we don't even have to say that. I feel like we don't even need to dignify death magic with the response. Health concerns is in the reverse, death magic. Somebody is trying to get a death sentence off of their back, but they're already in some form of imprisonment. So death knows where to find this person. They can't go nowhere. Death has their address. They're in spiritual jail. Okay? Damn. These are immediate downloads, destruction, backfire, the manipulation. People are looking at this person. This could be somebody that's very aesthetically attractive. Maybe they're good looking. Maybe they dress well. But with lust and love spell and manipulation, people believe them because they're like, oh my gosh, she's so pretty. Why would she ever lie to us? I love your hair. And this person thought that they were a smooth criminal. That's what I just heard. Somebody thought they were a smooth criminal, honey, coming in with all that gorgeous everything and very insecure on the inside, but mentally and emotionally unstable. And they had a group of people under their spell, convinced these people that you were the Jezebel and not them. Let's see what's going on, Holy Spirit. Let's ask the aliens. Well, let's use this deck. Let's see what's going on. The Five of Cups, okay? Somebody is sad with the Four of Wands. Some of you could be getting married. Some of you are finding a really great guy. You're attracting this. This is what you're in alignment with. The Four of Wands is like a party, holy matrimony. Somebody's sad about that. Somebody's crying at a wedding and somebody's laughing at a funeral. The High Priestess, you're laughing at a funeral. Well, I don't know what else. It's funny as hell to me at this point. People think that we're insensitive to people that are unconsciously unconscious. Even when they became conscious of being unconscious, they decided to stay asleep. Ain't nobody got time for that. I just heard cry me a river. No, no, thank you. It's okay. Don't cry a river. Some of these people are all cried out, all dried out in a barren place. You got the Page of Wands. Damn, these downloads are coming in hot off the press. That Leo season is coming in early. Listen, balancing out the emotions of the Cancerian energy with the Sun energy, you're burning this person up with the Six of Swords. You're drowning them in whatever you are doing in life, okay, by way of the calm water. So your calmness is drowning this person, and your sun and your light is burning them up, okay? They don't know how to keep up. In fact, they are in the Ten of Wands. What's the deal here, Spirit? Why do we need to know this? Who needs to know this? And what is it for? Well, what needs to be seen and what needs to be known, child, I cannot make this up. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. Simply put, straight to the point, the world. The door is closed on whatever this is. The world. This also represents a new beginning, a new cycle, judgment. This is coming from the high table by way of these people that are becoming extinct with their hatred. Your good looks can't get you to the next level because your insides are rotten to the core, and justice and the scales have to be balanced. This does conclude this reading. Remember to take what resonates, leave what does not. If this resonated with you, do me a favor, please do me a solid. Hit the hype button. You know, it helps the algorithm go with the flow. It sends out an energetic rhythm. Read them. Spirit said, read them with the rhythm. Thank you, Spirit. It sends out an energetic rhythm by way of the ethers, and it reaches out to people that really need this content. That is my intentions. I hope this was able to help somebody. I hope this provided additional truth and clarity, and I will be back with more readings. I'll see you soon. Peace be with you.